Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking on the Farm. Today my son is going to introduce you to his pet turtle.
Hey, this is my pet turtle. He's a red-eared slider. I've had him for a year. He's 4 years old. His name is Speedy Jet. His nickname is Steve.
Alright y'all, let's go get in the kitchen and make some tortillas. Alright, let's go make some food. Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking on the Farm. I'm Rachel, and today we're gonna make some tortilla wraps. I'm making fajitas for dinner tonight, and I wanna have my wraps ready to go. These are super easy, just a few ingredients, and they taste amazing. You can freeze them, you can store them in the fridge, you can leave them on the counter. They're just great. I like to eat them plain a lot of the time. Don't mind the little ducky peeping in the back. We had a couple show up unexpectedly. So, all right, come on in and let's get started. All right, you're gonna need 2 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of oil, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and 3/4 cup of water. All right, guys, don't mind the dishes in the background. It's been a day. I've been cooking like crazy. All right, so I've got my 2 cups of flour in my bowl. I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I like these a little bit on the salty side. If you are someone who is not a big fan of salt, just stick with the 1 teaspoon and they will still be amazing. I just like that extra little bit of salt. All right, 3/4 cup of water and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use veggie oil if you want, or another mild oil. All right, let's roll up our sleeves, take off our rings, and get this mixed. I make a claw out of one hand and just kind of lightly stir things around with those 4 fingers. Or if you have less, use less. All right. So then once you get kind of a messy ball, start kneading it. So fold it over and push it in with your knuckles. And then I use it to scrape down the sides. And then just keep kneading it until it all comes together. All right, if the weather's super warm, you might need a little bit more water. So what I like to do is just dip my fingertips in some water and sprinkle it. I don't like to pour because I feel like you get too much water. So I just knead this for 30 seconds to a minute until it is all combined. You're not looking for it to be super smooth or anything like that. Just get it combined. All right, it is a little bit sticky. I'm gonna let this rest for 10 minutes. I'm not gonna cover it, I'm just gonna leave it here, clean up my area, get my pan out, things like that. 10 minutes, let it set, and then I'll bring you back and show you what we do next. So you can either do freehand, make them the size of a golf ball, or you can weigh them. I like to weigh them. This batch makes 2-ounce wraps. All right, so I'm gonna continue making these balls. This has set for 10 minutes. And then as I make the balls, because you're again pulling it, stretching it, things like that, you are, activating those glutens again. So I like to make the balls and then let them set also. So this little one, it wasn't quite a 2-ounce little piece. So I'm gonna do that one first. I always seem to mess up my first one. They never come out perfectly round. You can get a tortilla maker. It's a flat little thing, but I don't have one. I have a rolling pin, so that's what I use. Anyway, try to get them as thin as you can, as round as you can, but that never happens. My pan is on a medium low. It's been on for a little bit, so it's already up to temperature. I like to put it in the pan and very carefully with the tip of your fingers, spread it out. It does shrink, so that's why we let them rest for a bit. All right, I like to put it in the pan, and then I like to get my next one rolling out while I am waiting for it. So my pan is also a dry pan. I'm gonna see if I can flip this guy. Whoop, not quite. There we go. So see how this is pretty white, and then it's got some of the kind of uncooked dough color. It isn't quite done on that side. So I'm actually gonna bump my heat up to a medium. When you're first learning with these guys, have it on a medium low so you can watch it. And you can take a fork and kind of peek underneath, see what it looks like, or learn to flip them. So it's a lot of practice. Threw it on the ground the other day. That was pretty fun. We did the whole 5-second rule and recooked it. All right, but if it's moving around in the pan, it's getting close. If it is stuck to the bottom of the pan, not moving, not ready yet. Or that means you have too much flour and the flour is burning to the bottom. So that's the other thing you have to keep an eye on. But I try to keep my pan as clean as possible, as dry as possible. Now, you have a choice. If you want to keep them warm you want to make a bunch of them up, people are going to come do dinner, you can put them on a plate and either put them in your oven, no heat, just in there, or in your microwave, shut the door, it'll keep the heat in. Or what I like to do is just put them on a empty burner with nothing on it and let them sit there. They won't get soggy from the heat. They do cool off fairly quickly, so you do have to think about that. Is it good? There we go, that's perfect. So I'm gonna set this guy right here, boop, 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 and get my next one put in. And if they get a little hole, no big deal. All right, you can hear that little bit of a sizzle. Because there is oil in your dough, you don't need to oil your pan. So you can see this guy's a lot thinner. It's cooking through pretty quickly. Might touch my heat down just a little bit. When you're cooking anything, you're always adjusting your heat. It's not like when you're driving a car, you don't just keep your hands here on a straight road. The road does slowly turn, so you're always adjusting that too. All right, I'm just gonna keep making these and I'll show you what my pile looks like when we're done. All right, guys, these are my very hot tortillas. This is that, my first one that wasn't quite 2 ounces. Look at this. This is so soft and tender, very hot. Okay. I'm gonna make myself a fajita. Load this baby up. Some peppers. There we go. One thing I love about these is they're a lot more sturdy than what you can get other places. All right, put some cheese on here. All right, pepper jack cheese, one of my favorites. I am out of my sour cream. That would be delicious on here. Oh, so yummy. Even the dogs are excited. All right. Whew. That wrap is amazing. Holds everything together. Sometimes if I'm wanting to, I got the munchies. I'll just grab one of these and I'll put it on my burner. This is a trick to warming them up. You can put it on your burner, turn your burner on low, and just kind of, an adult do this. Use tongs if you want. Rotate it. If they get, and you can do this with any tortilla, if they get stiff in the fridge, they'll come back to life. Anyway, this is my amazing tortilla recipe. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you put on your tortilla. Do you turn them into quesadillas? That's what one of my kiddos is asking for. We'll talk to you next time on Cooking on the Farm. Bye, guys. I just like olive oil. Is this 3?
That's gonna be 4. Here, put 3 in.
The other thing is, if it's soup.
What is going on around here, people?
I'm gonna make myself a quesadilla. No, I'm gonna make myself a tortilla.
A taco?
Fajita.